Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome you to today's University of the West Indies Teachers Colleges of Jamaica graduation ceremony. Congratulations, all graduates, on this remarkable achievement. We are honored to share this moment with you and appreciate your help in making the ceremony meaningful and safe for everyone. To ensure a respectful and enjoyable event, we ask that all guests remain seated during the proceedings. Please silence all mobile devices and reserve applause for appropriate moments. For your safety, be mindful of the aisles and the exits and do not assemble at these points. We have an ambulance service. In the event of medical emergencies, you will be directed by the ushers. We have hired photographers to capture the special moments of the ceremony, and we respectfully ask that you remain seated, especially during the presentation exercise. When the Pro-Vice Chancellor's procession enters the tent, we ask that everyone stand and remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you for your cooperation. We hope you enjoy celebrating this important milestone with our graduates. Thank you. while, we are about to have the Vice Chancellor's procession. Please stand for the Vice Chancellor's procession.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Can we get our minds and bodies ready to receive prayer? Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we gather before you today with hearts full of gratitude and joy. We thank you for bringing us to this momentous occasion, the graduation of these dedicated students who have worked diligently to prepare themselves for the noble calling in teaching. Lord, we acknowledge your guiding hands through their journey. You have granted wisdom in times of study, strength in moments of challenges, perseverance when the road deemed long. Today we celebrate not only their achievements, but also your faithfulness. Lord, we thank you for the Teachers' Colleges of Jamaica and the University of the West Indies and the leadership they provide for this nation. Bless this ceremony, O God. May it be filled with inspiration, encouragement, and hope. Bless the graduates as they step into classrooms, communities, and the wider world. May they be instruments of knowledge, compassion, and transformation, shaping lives and building futures. We ask your blessing upon the faculties, families, and friends who have supported these graduates along the way. May their sacrifices and encouragement be richly rewarded. Lord, we grant all of us the vision of continued learning, the courage to face tomorrow's challenges, and the love to serve humanity with humility. We commit this graduation in your hands, and we pray that everything said and done will be do so to your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please be seated. Professor, Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Keynote Thompson, University Registrar, Dr. Maurice Smith, and other UWI representatives. Guest speaker, Ms. Paula Llewellyn, CD, KC, Dr. Tamika Benjamin, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Tertiary Unit, representing the Permanent Secretary, other representatives from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, principals, vice principals, faculty, and other representatives from the Teachers' Colleges of Jamaica, Chief Executive Officer, Jamaica Teaching Council, Dr. Winsome Gordon, Chairman, Vice Chairman, and representatives from the Board of Management of the Teachers' Colleges, Mrs. Carolyn Marie Smith, Vice President, Northern Caribbean University, other specially invited guests, parents and other family members, graduates, good morning and welcome. Good morning. I am deeply honored to bring greetings on behalf of the Chancellor, Dr. the Most Honorable Doddridge Miller, the Vice Chancellor, Sir Hilary Beckles, and other members of the senior management team at the University of the West Indies. Today we celebrate you, graduates of the 8 Teachers' Colleges of Jamaica affiliated with the UWI, and we commend your discipline, perseverance, and commitment to the noble profession of teaching. Hurricane Melissa caused much damage, but we are a resilient people. We postponed this celebration, and this postponement does not diminish its significance. Congratulations on your graduation. Let us give all our graduates a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of our UWI graduations is Pelicans in an AI-driven future where tradition meets tomorrow. The theme is both timely and profound. The pelican, resilient, purposeful, emblematic of collective care, has long represented the University of the West Indies. It is a fitting symbol for educators who nourish the minds, sustain communities, and pass knowledge from one generation to the next. Today, that symbol is set aside against an AI-driven future one defined by rapid technological change, data-driven decision-making, and new forms of learning and work. Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence will never eradicate the role of the teacher. AI magnifies it. In an age of algorithm, the values you embody, empathy, ethical judgment, cultural understanding, and critical thinking are not replaceable. They are indispensable. The challenge before us all as teachers is not to choose between tradition and innovation, but to integrate them thoughtfully and responsibly. This integration lies at the heart of the UWI mission, which is to advance learning, create knowledge, and foster innovation for the positive transformation of the Caribbean and the wider world. As UWI trained educators, you are agents of that mission. You must advance learning by designing inclusive, engaging classrooms that harness technology without surrendering to humanity. You must create knowledge by reflecting on practice, using evidence, and contributing to the scholarship of teaching and learning. And you must foster innovation by preparing your students not only to use new tools, but to question them, govern them ethically, and deploy them in service of Caribbean development. Graduates, your charge is threefold. First, you must be custodians of our educational heritage. Ground your practice in the rich traditions of Caribbean history and culture. Ensure that technology amplifies rather than erases our own stories, our own languages, our norms, and our values. Second, be ethical leaders in an AI-enabled classroom. The UWI boards for undergraduate and graduate studies have approved an AI policy framework for use of AI at the UWI. We are not retreating from the AI revolution. We urge you to teach your students to be critical users and creators of technology, champion data privacy, fairness and inclusion, model integrity and responsibility in a world where information is abundant and sometimes false, but wisdom is scarce. Encourage them to question and enhance our cultural practices. Don't be afraid of that very inquisitive student who always asks, why miss, why sir? By facilitating that student, you are preparing him or her to be a very productive and critical adult citizen. Who knows, you might be nurturing the next Nobel Prize winner or the next Prime Minister. Use AI to channel and improve all our students. Third, be innovators for transformation. Use AI and digital tools to personalize learning. Look out for the students with disabilities, support diverse learners, and extend educational access for those at the margin. By being inclusive and patient with that child who may appear slow, you may be very impactful. My own mom was a primary school teacher who always asked the principal to give her the students considered rejects who no one wanted. Her greatest satisfaction was to introduce me to her doctors, her lawyers, her pilots, who were once D and E students in primary school. So as teachers, we can change those labeled D and E students to A students using AI ethically. So let your classrooms be labs for solutions to the real challenges facing our schools and society. As Henry Adams, an American historian and journalist, once said, and I quote, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops." Of course, we mean he or she. So as you leave today, and I'm closing, remember that you carry with you not only a qualification, but a trust bestowed by your families, your colleges, the University of the West Indies, and most importantly, your students. Wear the pelican proudly. Let tradition guide your values. Let tomorrow inspire your methods, and let service define your purpose. Once again, Congratulations, class of graduates. The future of Jamaican and Caribbean education is stronger because of you. Go forward with confidence, courage, and compassion. We are very proud of you. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give all teachers everywhere, including yourselves, a round of applause. We are met today in order that we may mark by a formal ceremony the entry of certain of our members into the company of graduates and the academic achievement of others. As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning, purposes which are laid down in the preamble of the Royal Charter, by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to time to a higher standing in the academic community, and it is proper that as a body, we must celebrate their achievement. It is marked by granting of a degree or diploma or license or certificate, and rejoice with our graduates on their achievement. I will now call on our keynote speaker, Ms. Paula Llewellyn, CD, KC, to address the company. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. All protocols observed. I have about 7 or 8 minutes, so let us press on. First of all, allow me to salute the teachers, the parents, the guardians, the principals, the entire platform party of the Bethlehem Moravian College, Church Teachers College, College of Agriculture, Science and Education, GC Foster of Physical Education and Sport, the Monique College, Sam Sharp's Teachers College, Shortwood Teachers College, St. Joseph Teachers College, and say greetings to all of you. It is so critical that you understand, graduates, how special you are by virtue of the vocation, the calling that you have decided to pursue. Best wishes to you all for the new year 2026, and may all your dreams come true. At least you graduates, one dream is coming true. You're graduating. That's good. Now, I salute your achievement. A Chinese proverb states, "Who teaches me for a day is my father for a lifetime." And may I say, nobody forgets a good teacher. There is nobody in our society who has had any form of education and who is successful by all accounts, who cannot point to one teacher who made a difference in their life. You see me here today speaking to you all. You would not know, and I like to share this story, that when I went to St. George's Primary School on Duke Street, I was very shy. I spoke with a lisp. I wore some horrible cat-eye glasses, and this was in the 70s when they were not fashionable for young people. And I was a real nerd, and I considered myself an ugly child. The only beauty I had was within, in that I couldn't be beaten when it came to English language or vocabulary. And by the time I went to St. Hugh's High, I discovered that not only did I have a great sense of humor, but that with my love of English, if I married it with my love of drama, then I had the makings of a good advocate, attorney in the courtroom, and the rest is history. But along the way, apart from my mother, who was like my rock, I had several great teachers who encouraged me not to think of the fact that because of the open space, I speak with a, what they call list tongue. I could control it, and that I could use my love of language to bring beauty to everybody else. And my teachers to this day, in fact, can I tell you, I don't spit on the road. If I am eating a patty, the bag, I crush it up if I cannot find a receptacle and put it in my handbag. My teachers taught me good values and the importance of not being a litterbug. You have seen Paula Llewellyn, former director of public prosecutions, for 17 years, the first female person to become a DPP in, still to a certain extent, the patriarchal society of Jamaica. A lot of us as women, we have made great strides, but I dare anybody on this platform party to say that it is not so, that in certain aged areas, the patriarchy is still right up there in ordering certain things. But I had teachers and my mother who taught me that with education, the sky is the limit. Now, as teachers, with your vocation, it is in your gift to make sure that every child you interact with, you approach them with an open mind. I know that in the 21st century, we are dealing with the microwave generation. We are dealing with young people who have their value systems being shaped, because they have a vacuum at home, by social media. We have very young people. I was socialized by my parents, church, and the books that I read. But now we have children being socialized by forces that are really not acceptable. Enter the teacher. You have to be the exemplar of all that is good in terms of what it means to be a good citizen. And I've heard the telepathic thoughts coming from behind me and from you that concomitant with being a teacher, juxtaposed with the vocation of being a teacher, are the challenges and the stressors that you now get in the classroom. You have to deal with disrespect, unkindness to you, uncontrollable students, bullying, demotivating triggers that will cause you on occasion to want to give up. Now, I'm here to say to you that stress for you ladies, it has to become the greatest cosmetic. And for you gentlemen, it has to be greater in terms of its effect. You have to pivot and turn it around so that it is more powerful than Viagra. Because I can tell you, I have had, and I say it all the time, I'm in the supermarket and a gentleman comes up to me and he says, Miss Llewellyn, I love your smile. And then he pauses. I tell the story all the time. And I said, sir, can I help you further? And he says, Miss Llewellyn, what a way this stress agrees with you. So in the same way as an educator, your vocation has to facilitate your ability to self-actualize, self-motivate, have stick-to-itiveness, be focused, have mental toughness, or to use a phrase that I love to use, testicular fortitude. because testicular fortitude transcends gender. It means that when the going gets rough, when the challenges come at you, when that child who you have been trying to reach is going to demotivate you, you have to be able to wheel and come again, because it is the right thing to do, to be that exemplar who will never give up and who will be motivated by dealing with the challenges. So you have to think, speak, and act in ways to support your journey of success, because it is not a journey, it's not a destination, it is a journey. There are some of you who will leave the teaching profession, I hope only the minority, and go on to other things. I was at a function as guest speaker at Church's Teachers College at the Pegasus. And I remember when an award was given to one of their past students, none other than Mrs. Audrey Tugwell, the Chief Executive Officer of Scotiabank. She started out as a teacher teaching physical education and I think English or something like that. And along the way, she used the wonderful value system, the intellectual rigor of the program that she went through and translated that into becoming a top banker in the Caribbean, and I dare say the world. So you owe a debt of gratitude to all of the colleges that you have matriculated through, because wherever you go, whether in the classroom or elsewhere, excellence has to be your middle name. So I have to close now. Maya Angelou said that success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. And I'm going to say to you, having been someone who for 41 years as a prosecutor had to give service above self, yes, I know, I just look young. I had to give service above self. But notwithstanding the slings and arrows coming at me publicly from bottom to top, I would never surrender. The smile remained intact. My back remained broad, because it was the right thing to do to serve the people of this country, using every fiber of my being and my intellect to do the right thing. And that is what, in a nice way, with a smile, I would wish to convey to you, but I will hold you to it. Jamaica land we love deserves persons who will put back into it 100%. Our children are our future. Jamaica is our future. And speaking as one person who will turn on and turn off the light and turn it back on again in Jamaica land we love, I ask you to remember that you are special. You can inspire, you can motivate so many other people to do the right thing. It is always going to be a challenge. But when I think of teachers who taught me, and they have great pride knowing that I passed through their hands, when I think of people that I have taught who are high up in professional spheres all over Jamaica, it gives me a great sense of gratitude to know that I made a difference. And as for AI, let me tell you something. As human beings, yes, we know that AI can do great things, but will never be as great as the humankind, because AI will never have emotional intelligence. So we as humans must always remain in charge of technology. Because as teachers, it is your emotional intelligence that will be able to know the right way to read your students, to extract the best out of them. So ladies and gentlemen, I salute you again, and remember, you are special. Make sure that your parents, your guardians, your friends, your teachers who have invested in you will continue to sing your praises as a great Jamaican who has pursued a great vocation which transcends even the love of money. When you love what you do and you feel it in your gut, not only are you able to overcome challenges, but the material becomes almost inconsequential, because what you are focused on is making sure that you reach that child or their parent to become a better person. Congratulations, and thank you for your attention.
For such an inspiring, very, very inspiring speech, let's give our keynote speaker another round of applause. I will now call on Shotwood Teachers College Choir to perform for us. Thank you.
It's your destiny. No one can take away what was made for you. My granny say, what fear can be unfear. No man never see what God planned for you. Yeah, the best is yet to come. If I believe I can, I will. No holding back, no giving in. 'Cause I know you were born to win. Was born to win. Was born to win. Born to win. You made it. You made it.
Yes, you made it. Let's give them a round of applause. And so I now invite Dr. Garth Anderson, Dean of the Teachers Colleges of Jamaica, to address us.
Distinguished members of the University of the West Indies, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Henry Lee, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Keynote Thompson, Registrar of the University, Dr. Smith. Want to especially recognize Dr. Edwards Carr, Professor Carmel Roof, and the other distinguished colleagues from the University of the West Indies, our guest speaker representatives from the Ministry of Education, my colleague principals on the platform, vice principals who are at work, the other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, parents, and of course, members of the graduating class of 2025. Today we gather not merely to mark the end of an academic journey, but to celebrate a prepared and ready batch of educators who will shape Jamaica's future. Class of 2025, you ran your leg of the relay, a leg of life, and you did it well. Give yourselves a round of applause. You began this journey with hope and determination, and you completed it today with more knowledge, more resilience, and more purpose. We understand that success is never accidental. After all, if you want good, you have to work for it. And work you did through long nights, challenging practicum exercises, personal sacrifices, difficult administrators to deal with when you can't find your tuition fee, and moments when giving up seemed easier than pressing ahead. Yet here you are today, proud and accomplished. As Dean of the Teachers Colleges of Jamaica, I say without hesitation or reservation, we are proud of you. You are graduating at a time when education stands at a crossroad. Technology is seemingly transforming how children learn, or at least so we believe, as the debate is on as to whether these technologies are having the desired impact, and this you would experience firsthand. The multiple social realities and challenges testing our schools. Yet in every generation, Jamaica has answered its challenges with educators who are consummate professionals, able to pivot as situations demand. You now join this proud movement, and so take your place and be a light in the darkness. Marcus Garvey once declared, "A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." As educators, you are not only teaching content, you are cultivating roots, you are preserving identity, affirming dignity, and nurturing the confidence of our children to believe that greatness can come from any district, any community, and any classroom. And as I speak of the classroom, I want to urge graduates. We are in a profession where approximately 90% are women, and so you have a responsibility for the men. And I dare to say that the more good educated men you have, the better the society will be. So look out for our boys as you look out for the girls. It's important. The partnership between the Teachers Colleges of Jamaica, and by the way, that was never a response to the guest speaker. The partnership between the Teachers Colleges of Jamaica and the University of the West Indies has been deliberate and purposeful to produce teachers who are academically sound, culturally grounded, and socially responsive. You have been trained not just to deliver lessons, but to understand learners, not just to manage classrooms, but to inspire lives. Remember this, every child you teach carries the future of Jamaica in their hands. It is important to note that the 800 of you graduating today did not arrive at this moment alone. Parents sacrificed, lecturers mentored, administrators supported, and communities prayed. This graduation is therefore a collective victory, one that must now be honored through dedicated service to Jamaica. And I know some of you want to head elsewhere, but you must first give some service to Jam Down before you go away to the perceived greener pastures. Teaching is not an easy calling. There will be days when your resources are limited, when recognition is scarce, and when progress feels slow. But never forget the power you hold. A single teacher can change the direction of a child's life, and by extension, the destiny of our nation. Always be mindful that there is greatness, dare I say, tolerance in all of you as you take on this challenging classroom. I charge you therefore to teach with excellence, lead with integrity, and serve with humility. Remain lifelong learners. Embrace innovation without compromising the enduring values that have held generations together. Let your classrooms be spaces of safety, creativity, discipline, and hope. Go forth now, all 800 of you, and represent your various institutions with pride. Carry yourselves with confidence. Walk tall, knowing that you have been prepared, tested, and proven. On behalf of the faculty and administration of our colleges, I congratulate you all. May your work uplift communities, strengthen our education system, and honor the trust placed in you. Congratulations, and Jamaica is counting on you all.
Pro Vice Chancellor,
The persons whose names will be called studied in the University of the West Indies and the Teachers' Colleges of Jamaica. And having fulfilled the requirements of the University of the West Indies, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the University by the representative of their colleges as Bachelor of Education of the University of the West Indies. Madam Chairperson, the Dean, Teachers' Colleges of Jamaica, Dr. Garth Anderson. Madam Chairperson, my colleagues and I ask you to receive as graduate members of our society these persons present who have fulfilled their requirements of the university, having been admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Madam Chairperson, I call on the academic vice principals and representatives of the 8 Teachers' Colleges of Jamaica to present the graduates of their respective institution. Madam Chairperson, I call on Dr. Sharon Gardner to present the graduates of Bethlehem Moravian College.
I present the graduates of the Bethlehem Moravian College. Jaden Allen, first class honors. Donique Anderson. Javon Anglin. Felicia Barnett. Alicia Barrett. Brianna Black. Rashinia Braham, first class honors. Trishana Brown. Danique Buckridge. Casey-Ann Burton Gale. Deanna Campbell. Deidreanne Coy Watson, first class honors. Nicolee Crawford. Selena Ebanks, first class honors. Shantae Ebanks. Shane Facey. Sophia Finley. Isabella Gale, first class honors. Nicolette Graham. Diana K. Hall. Aldray Hamilton, first class honors. Natalie Hamilton. Corona Harrison. Allison Hart Williams. Jamie Hendricks, first class honors. Brittany Heron. Karine Honeygun Griffiths, first class honors. Carrie-Ann Hudson. Edrika Jarrett. Sasha Gay Lloyd, first class honors. Danelia Locke. Janeve Madden. Carrie-Ann McKenzie. Jonathan McCoy. Michaelia McIntosh. Nika Misick, first class honors. Shaquille Morris. Raquel Muir. Audrey-Ann Peart. Sandrina Peart, first class honors. Alicia Powell. Nikisha Robinson Daly. Charlene Robinson, first class honors. Misha Rodney, first class honors. Sandra Samuels, first class honors. Desireen Jane Scarlett Bennett. Chadwick Shaw. Brittany Simpson. Alia Smith. Chevanese Smith. Valencia Spence. Charmaine Spencer Reese. Brittany Simpson, first class honors. Shanika Stevens. Synovia Thompson, first class honors. Paulina Tinson. Keon Tillerain. Charisse Troop Edwards, first class honors. Nivea Turner. Rivaldo Wasom. Ligevia Waldron. Abidra Wallace. Chevaney Wallace, first class honors. Chantel Watson. Shani Webb. Amanda Williamson, first class honors. Micaiah Wilson, first class honors. Keshev Winter, first class honors.
Madam Chair, I call on Dr. Janet Singh to present the graduates of Church Teachers College.
Madam Chairperson, I present to you the graduates of the Church Teachers College. Latoya Allen Thompson. Cheryl Anderson McLean. Jodian Angus, first class honors. Donette Baker. Joan Baker Blackwood. Kadeen Bailey, first class honors. Rashid Bennett, first class honors. Latoya Blake, first class honors. Melissa Borland, first class honors. Moesha Brooks, first class honors. Paul Brooks. Michaela Brown, first class honors. Kimoya Brown, first class honors. Stacy Brown. Lashania Brown Gordon. Delia Burnett Smith, first class honors. Amelia Cameron. Deborah Campbell, first class honors. Denise Campbell, first class honors. Nikisha Campbell. Crystal Carter, first class honors. Caddy Case. Ashley Chance. Cherise Cole, first class honors. Walwayne Dehenny, first class honors. Michelle Dixon, first class honors. Danelia Dockery. Carrie Ann Ellis, first class honor. Shaniqua Evans Hartley. Abigail Fisher. Denise Foster, first class honors. Amela Francis. Melissa Francis. Michelle Francis Ingram. Akelia Linton. Zodian Lawrence, first class honors. Monique Gallimore, first class honors. Shanique Brown, first class honors. Juanita Ferron. Nashiba Gordon. Charlene Gordon, first class honors. Tiana Gordon, first class honors. Carice Green. Donnelly Hall, first class honors. Bathsheba Harris, first class honors. Austin Holloway. Shavana Hanson, first class honors. Alia Harvey. Denicia Harvey, first class honors. Abigail Higgins, first class honors. Jasmine Hilton, first class honors. Anisha Ingram, first class honors. Lenford Jackson, first class honors. Sharika Johnson Hunter, first class honors. Cassandra Johnson Josephs. Maxine Kelly, first class honors. Jodian Llewellyn, first class honors. Patrice McGregor Phillips. Christina McCoy, first class honors. Viveka McNally, first class honors. Aisha Miller. Amoy McNeil Jones, First Class Honors. Onisha Mitchell Patterson, First Class Honors. Kadeen Morgan. Cassandra Morgan, First Class Honors. Kadeen Morgan. Name didn't come up. Brianna Morris, First Class Honors. Jemario Mary, First Class Honors. Marlene Nevers, First Class Honors. Makeda Newell, Marsha Peart. Cassandra Peart Johnson. Katrina Peart Warren. First Class Honors. Yolanda Pennycook, First Class Honors. Antonesia Rankin, First Class Honors. Renee Richards Reed, First Class Honors. Nakisha Robinson, First Class Honors. Nalene Robinson Campbell, First Class Honors. Chantal Robinson Dixon, First Class Honors. Chanel Rose. Joanna Salmon, First Class Honors. Stephen Simpson. Darrell Scott, First Class Honors. Diana Senior, First Class Honors. Nordia Sharp. Lisanne Smalling, First Class Honors. Alia Smith, First Class Honors. Selena Smith. Karina Smith-Williams, First Class Honors. O'Brien Taylor. Manushka Thomas, First Class Honors. Shaween Thomas, First Class Honors. Nadine Thomas Isaacs, First Class Honors. Lorna Walker Dickinson. Jamar Watson, First Class Honors. Dominic White. Natoya Whittle, First Class Honors. Shanique White Campbell. Janelle Williams. Alenia Williams Roberts, First Class Honors. Chantel Willis, First Class Honors. Natalie Wood.
Oh, Miss Fleming's daughter is coming.
Madam Chair, I call on Acting Dean Danita Coburn to present the graduates of the College of Agriculture, Science and Education. Dr. Gardner will do the honors.
Madam Chairperson, I present the graduates of the College of Agriculture, Science and Education. Shawnee Gay Blake. Chriselle Brissett. Shanley Brown, First Class Honors. Philidia Brown Mackenzie. Natisha Bryan. Tamian Campbell. Valencia Clark, First Class Honors. Stacey Ann Davis. Melona Diaz-Raffington. Patrice Donegan Reed. Anneke Downer. Genevieve Doyley. Winsome Fagan. Virginia Gray. Claudia Hermit, first class honors. Andrea Leslie Stewart. Satania Muir Dorma. Melissa Panton. Melissa Patterson, first class honors. Cecile Roberts Cousins. Tionia Thomas Castle. Shanique Thompson. Celia Price Valentine, first class honors. Cheryl Wilson Downer, first class honors.
There is a little boy searching for his parents. Kaheem Graham can't find his parents. His father's name is Derek Graham. Please go to door F, as in letter F, and pick him up there. So, Father, please go and find your son at door F. At this time, Madam Chair, I call on Mr. Steve Davis to present the graduates of G.C. Foster College of Physical Education and Sport.
Madam Chairperson, I now present the graduates of G.C. Foster College of Physical Education and Sport. Andra Allen. Gary Allen. Tajmai Allen. Trudy Ann Bennett. Siobhan Campbell. Tiana Campbell. Whitney Campbell. Jeremy Coke. I'm not seeing. Albert Edwards. Rajon Gale. Shellyan Gale, first class honors. Althea James Gale. Lativia Graham. Adisha Johnson. Danisha Johnson. Javari Larman, first class honors. Abigail Loney. Natika Maxwell. Brian McAnuff. Alderic Nash. Georgia Reed. Ariel Robinson. Sarisha Terelang, first class honors. Danny Thomas. Lenise Wallace. Kaden Wright. Arika West.
Madam Chair, I call on Mrs. Keneen Senior Smith to present the graduates of the Monique College.
Madam Chair, I present the graduates of Lee Monique College. Tasha Andrews. Danisha Bailey, first class honors. Sodia Barrett, first class honors. Demoya Bono. Brown. Monique Brown. Norton Brown. Latoya Brown Johnson, first class honors. Chanel Bryce. Sudian Buckley. Monique Burke. Unique Carter Duckett, first class honors. Tamoya Daly. Stacia Davis. Elizabeth Lindo, first class honors. Sanika Mornon. Tusan Davis, first class honors. Kimisha Dennis, first class honors. Shannalee Dixon, first class honors. Elysian Ellis. Shanette Gaynor Nation. Nicola Graham Thompson. Anne-Marie Nelson Levers. Yolanda Green, first class honors. Brittany Herrera, first class honors. Delisha Hurd, first class honors. Nicolette Jackson. Celian Jean-Louis. Jaheim Johnson. Shanika Johnson. Macian Jones, first class honors. Kasian Carr, first class honors. Devontae Lewin. Demora Livermore, first class honors. Lacovia Livermore, first class honors. Michelle McCook. Janice MacDonald, first class honors. Tashayla Mackenzie. Aaliyah McCrae. Alexia Morris. Denicia Morris Mitchell, first class honors. Donnelly Raffington, first class honors. Samantha Rigg. Brandon Riley. Sansia Riley, first class honors. Shanique Riley, first class honors. Jacinta Robinson. Johanna Robinson, first class honors. Carlene Robinson. Verona Seaborn, first class honors. Claudia Shirley. Britannia Simpson. Shanique Simpson, first class honors. Daniela Small. Kevon Small. Angelia Smith, first class honors. Tonian Smith, first class honors. Ayana Spence. Sharika Stewart, first class honors. Jessica Thor. Asheen Thomas. Kadeen Tracy, first class honors. Anicia Terrell. Claudia Waldron Henry, first class honors. Lisa Warren. Monique Williams.
Madam Chair, I call on the Reverend Dr. Robert Edwards to present the graduates of Sam Sharp Teachers College.
Madam Chair, I now present the graduates of Sam Sharp Teachers College. Renecia Anderson. Abigail Bailey, first class honors. Sabrina Baker Fletcher. Petal Beckford. Brittany Beswick. Ashley Blair. Abigail Brackett. Geraldine Brown. Tadra K. Bryson. Tadre Butt, first class honors. Abdel Campbell. Davine Campbell. Kayla Campbell, first class honors. Calcir Clark. Sedine Coleman. Charmaine Daly Durant. Gade Edwards. Ricardo Evans. Tyra K. Gale, first class honors. Fadian Gordon, first class honors. Itisha Gordon, first class honors. Renee Gordon, first class honors. Latoya Grant, first class honors. Richelle Guthrie. Tiffany Harrison, first class honors. I'm not seeing. Tensia Anson Brown. Andre Art. Monique Orton. Deborah Henry, first class honors. Tricelle Herbert Brown. Kamisha Kinlock, first class. Kimoy Latham, first class honors. Moesha Mackenzie. Fiona Marks Prince, first class honors. Sasha Lee Mears. Simone Motto. Dana Mitu. Giovanni Morris, first class honors. Juanita Nelson, first class honors. Latanya O'Connor. Trudian Pearson. Lishawn Rust, first class honors. Adriana Sankar, first class honors. Not see that at all. Norbrianna Scarlett, first class honors. Selena Street. Samoya Swebe, first class honors. Chris Jolene Thompson. Lenicia Thompson. Roll J. Thompson, first class honors. Rochelle Vincent. Shashwana Watson. Samiria Watt. Arlene White. Brianna Wiley. Casey Williams, first class honors. Ika Wilson, first class honors. Marsha Paige Wilson, first class honors. No, she's not good. Chevelle Woolery, first class honors. Monique Woolery, first class honors.
Madam Chair, I call on Dr. Janet Williams to present the graduates of the Shortwood Teachers College.
The presentation of graduates from Shortwood Teachers College follows. With the first class honors, Nelia Archer. With the first class honors, Dacia Barrett. Natalie Benjamin. Tamika Bennett. With the first class honors, Serena Bolton. Tasha Lee Brooks McGrath. Kean Brown Radlin. Kamisha Brown. Leticia Brown. With the first class honors, Noel Brown. Tanisha Brown. Leslieanne Butler. With the first class honors, Deandra Campbell. With the first class honors, Xavier Chin. Janelle Clark. Brianna Copeland. With the first class honors, Deanne Cousins Bonner. Shannalee Cunningham. With the first class honors, Selena DeJoux. Ashley Dale. Danica Darlington. With the first class honors, Alicia Davis. Lalika Davis Sr. With first class honors, Christopher Jr. Davis. Simone Donaldson. Ashtone Downer. Marwayne Drummond. With the first class honors, Abigail Dussard. With the first class honors, Ashanti Edwards. Deborah Evans. With the first class honors, Jada Ferguson McLeod. With the first class honors, Patrina Ferrigon. With the first class honors, Dominique Forbes. Janelle Francis Cover. Monique Fraser. With first class honors, Cherie Gray. Joan Grant. With the first class honors, Michael Grizzle. Samira Hall. Andreen Hamilton Taylor. Lamoya Hilton. With the first class honors, Ashley Isaac Smith. With first class honors, Nicole Jacobs. Ronaldo Johnson. Okay. Celia Knight Brown. Tamarly Lang. With the first class honors, Anisha Lawrence. Anthony Malcolm. Conroy Marsley. With the first class honors, Sudania Martin. Tracy Ann Mitchell. Crystal Morgan. With first class honors, Tashoy Morris. With the first class honors, Natasha Morrison. With first class honors, Arian Murphy. With the first class honors, Carrion MacDonald Newell. With first class honors, Samantha Newman Reed. SS Kaheen Newton. Oceanil Palmer. Tiffany Palmer. Ruel Patterson. Shani K. Patterson Francis. With first class honors, Nakisha Perry. Shanice Perry. Elaine Peter King. Abrina Phipps. Britannia Pinnock. With the first class honors, Melona Ramdeen. With first class honors, Tony Ann Reed. Rodney Ronaldo. With the first class honors, Kasha Rose. With the first class honors, Rajay Rose. Lydia Salmon. Tamika Salmon Sinclair. Kimoy Simpson. Brianna Smith. With first class honors, Peter Ann Stam. Javanice Tagon. Kamoy Tucker. With the first class honors, Karine Tolo. Jose Wall. With the first class honors, Kadeen Webster. Lisa Gay Williams. With the first class honors, Rolando Williams. Shane Williams. With the first class honors, Kemoya Wilson. With the first class honors, Natalia Wright. And Tracy Ann Scott. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I call on Dr. Jacqueline Chen to present the students of St. Joseph Teachers College. Just before we hear from Dr. Chen, there were a few students, because of some errors in the calling of names, left the stage before their names were called. In one instance, first class honors not announced, and so students are a little bit peeved. And since we are like KFC, nobody does it better. I'm going to ask right after St. Joseph that those, just for a minute, to give them their moment across the stage. Over to you, Dr. Chen.
Madam Chairperson, it is my privilege to present the graduates of St. Joseph's Teachers College. With first class honors, Hermin Anderson. Gracian Austin. Valerie Banner. Aisha Beeson. With first class honors, Yannick Blake. Julene Booth. With first class honors, Abigail Brown. Chanel Brown. With first class honors, Shelly Ann Brown. With first class honors, Patrice Brown Morgan. Tasha Gay Burton. Shanice Campbell. Diane Campbell. With first class honors, Evelyn Campbell. With first class honors, Natasha Cole. With first class honors, Shanice Anne Marie Darby. With first class honors, Dana Drysdale. Corrine Earl Harrison. Naomi Eaton. With first class honors, Akima Ferguson. With first class honors, Jodian Green. Melissa Harris. Janelle Henry. With first class honors, Shamara King. Tresha Mays. With first class honors, Yolanda Malcolm White. Kimberly Marriott Williams. With first class honors, Shanique McGlashon. With first class honors, Camille Mitchell. Carla Murdoch Fuller. Letan Nareen. Nikisha Neal. Shanique Powell. With first class honor, Nikita Rule DePass. Tibia Roberts. Francine Roberts Johnson. Joynette Robinson Mitchell. Samantha Rolston. With first class honors, Rosemary Sinclair. With first class honors, Trishana Taylor. Kendra Thomas Lindsay. Janelia Tomlinson Radlin. With first class honors, Renisha Walker. With first class honors, Tarake Watson. With first class honors, Sashana Williams. With first class honors, Natoya Williams Stewart. Cassandra Wright Stairs. Thank you.
Madam Chairperson, I present Kerry-Ann Mackenzie, first class honors. From Bethlehem Moravian College.
Madam Chairperson, I present Cassandra Morgan, first class honors. Brianna Morris, first class honors. Jamario Mary, first class honors. Marlene Nevers, first class honors. Makeda Newell. Church Teachers College. I don't see anybody else.
Tegalia Shaw. Samshan Teachers College.
Another round of applause for all our graduates. This was wonderful. We will now have a musical presentation by the Moneague College Band. So while we give our band a little more time, the sound, are you ready? No? Okay, so I now call on the class valedictorian, Ms. Sharika Stewart, to address us. Please come forward.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Aldry Henry Lee, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Keynote Thompson, University Registrar, Dr. Marie Smith, and other representatives of the University of the West Indies, Dr. Tamika Benjamin, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Tertiary Unit representing the Permanent Secretary, and other representatives from the Ministry of Education, Skill, Youth, and Information, principals, vice principals, faculty, and other representatives from the Teachers Colleges of Jamaica, Dr. Winsome Gordon, Chief Executive Officer, Jamaica Teaching Council, Chairman, Vice Chairman, and representative from the Board of Management of the Teachers Colleges, Ms. Carolyn Marie Smith, Vice President, Northern Caribbean University, and other special invited guests, parents, and other family members, and of course, my fellow graduates, the brilliant, resilient, and unstoppable teacher education class of 2025, a pleasant morning to you all. Somebody once said it couldn't be done, but as Edgar A. Guest wrote, he said with a chuckle, maybe it couldn't, but he would be the one who wouldn't say so until he tried. And so, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. My name is Sharika Stewart, a proud graduate of Monique College. And I am truly honored today to deliver the valedictory address for the TCJ graduation ceremony class of 2025. As Jamaicans would say, we there, we made it with style, grace, and resilience. Today is not just a ceremony, it's a celebration of every struggle we've overcome, every dream we've held on to, and every ounce of purpose that drives us as future educators and nation builders of Jamaica. Graduates, we now stand at the threshold of endless possibilities, looking back at the obstacles that we've conquered and forward to the opportunities that await us. Let's pause and give ourselves a well-deserved round of applause. 4 years ago, when we walked through the gates of our respective colleges, whether it was Monique, Shortwood, St. Joseph, Church, Sam Sharp, Bethlehem, G.C. Foster College, or CASE, we came with a dream. A dream to make a difference, a dream to touch lives, a dream to become the kind of teachers who change classrooms, communities, and this beautiful nation of ours. But as Jamaicans would say, if you want good, your nose have to run. And boy, we nose run. Because this was not an easy journey. There were nights when the assignment load felt heavier than a cinder block. 3, sometimes 4 assignments due the same day. I would just have to all up with stress, cause what to do? Then came the presentations that tested our nerves, and the exams that left us saying, "Me dear, who set the paper here?" And who can forget the practicum hurdle, the true test of our calling? It transformed practice into theory and turned aspiring educators into confident classroom leaders. Our patience, classroom management, and creativity were pushed to the limits. But here we are, soaring like eagles. I want to even gonna mention the one research. There were also days when our dollars couldn't stretch, and the bus fare looked like a mountain. And for the boarders, we know hunger real. Cup soup and ramen noodle, mwah, chef kiss, like a barbecue zinger. Some of us worked part-time jobs, some were parents juggling bottles and books. We faced the pressure of balancing work, study, and family lives, and some fought battles no one else saw. But like Bob Marley said, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. And strong we were. Every hardship built our character. Every disappointment taught us resilience. Every success reminded us that we all were born for this. Yet amid the struggle, there was joy. We formed friendship, sisterhood, brotherhood. We even found love and soulmates along the way. Now, 4 years later, we are no longer the timid freshmen who walked onto campus in 2021. We are now confident, purpose-driven educators ready to shape the future with wisdom and heart. Let's take a moment of silence for those who began this journey with us, but due to circumstances could not finish. They are a part of our stories too. And speaking of gratitude, we have many to thank. First, we thank God, whose grace carried us through sleepless nights and challenging days. Without him, we would not be here today. To our biggest cheerleaders, our parents, families, and supporters, this day belongs to you as well. For every prayer, every meal, every word of encouragement, we say thank you. To our lecturers, thank you for the patience, passion, and push. You didn't just teach us, you inspired us. You made us think deeper, work harder, and dream bigger. And thank you wholeheartedly for all the due dates you extended. To our administrators and staff, thank you for keeping the ship afloat through every challenge. And for the payment plan them, we're grateful bad. And to our classmates, we fussed, we fought, but we stood united, with upon one team, and we made it together. And finally, to ourselves, thank God for the courage to begin, the strength to continue, and the grace to finish. Now, as educators, we step on to sacred ground. The classroom is not just a space, it is a mission field. Every lesson taught, every word spoken, every act of kindness plants a seed in the soil of the future. Marcus Garvey reminded us that education is the medium by which a people prepare for the future. This means we hold the power to shape a generation. We are the ones who will look into the eyes of a child and say, yes, you can. We will remind every student that they matter. We will keep the flame of knowledge burning even when the world feels dark. As Buju Banton said, it's not an easy road. Many see the glitter and the glamour and think it's a bed of roses, but still we walk it proudly because we know the purpose behind the pain. So class of 2025, what now? Now we go forth, not just to teach, but to transform. Let's be teachers who teach beyond the test, teachers who create thinkers, dreamers, and doers, teachers who bring back joy into learning. Let's enter our classroom space with creativity, compassion, and courage, shaping the Jamaica we want to see. And when it gets hard, because it will, remember Kofi's words, gratitude is a must. Be grateful for the chance to make a difference even on the tough days. Remember what we learned at our respective colleges. Moneed College, soaring to the heights of excellence. So always strive for improvement. Shortwood Teachers College, growth and enlightenment. Keep learning and keep growing. Church Teachers College, to nurture through love and wisdom. So go teach with heart. St. Joseph Teachers College, peace and every good. Live and teach with peace. Bethlehem Moravian College, my care is for the future. Invest in tomorrow's mind. Sam Sharp Teachers College, service, commitment, excellence. Go serve faithfully. G.C. Foster College, a sound mind in a sound body. Promote discipline and balance always. And last but definitely not least, CASE. Create opportunities for growth. Foster a growth mindset in all you do. Today we celebrate not just the journey we've completed, but the lives we will impact next. Congratulations, class of 2025. The teachers, the dreamers, the leaders Jamaica has been waiting for. What good? Teach with love. And remember, one teacher can change the world, one student at a time. I thank you.
Excellent speech. One round of applause again. Excellent, excellent. Okay, I think our band is ready. Monique Band will have their presentation now.
Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun, I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Yeah, as far as I can. Ooh, I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun, I know that it is a blessing, yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. Follow my heart and know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know that it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Yeah, as far as I can. Ooh, I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun, I know that it is a blessing, yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can, yeah. As far as I can. Ooh, I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can.
Such talent, wonderful. One last round of applause. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings to a close the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies has signalized the award of degrees to its graduates. The company will now disperse, but not before permitting me to escort the representatives of government and allowing the processions to leave. Congratulations again, graduating class of 2025.